Hello and welcome back. So, in the last few lectures, we learned what is a collection and what is a document in MongoDB. We also create a database, and in that database, how to create a collection. Now, from this lecture, we are going to learn how to perform CRUD operation on the documents in a collection. Basically, how we can create a document in a collection, how we can update a document in a collection, how we can read documents from a collection, and also how we can delete a document from a collection. In this lecture, we are going to learn how we can create documents inside a collection. For that, when we work with MongoDB from Mongo shell, we have two methods, insertOne and insertMany. Using this insertOne method, we can insert a single document at a time inside a collection, and we have already seen this method before in our previous lectures. Then we have this insertMany method using which we can insert multiple documents at a time in a collection. And we are going to talk about both of these methods one by one. So insertOne method is used for inserting a single document in a collection, and we can use insertOne method on the collection name and pass the document object as argument. So for example, let's say if I want to insert a new document in this users collection, on that users collection, I need to call this insertOne method, and to that I need to pass the document which I want to insert in that collection. And if the document is successfully inserted, we are also going to receive an acknowledgement with the object ID for the inserted document. Let's see this in action. So here, let me go ahead and let me clear the shell first. And first of all, I'll show you what are the collections we have in our database, in the Book My State database. So currently we have two collections, hotels and users. We are going to work with this hotels collection. So on the DB object, let's first access the hotels collection, and let's also query it using this find method to see how many documents we have there. Currently we have a single document. Now I want to insert a new document in this hotels collection. For that, on the DB object, we will access the collection name, which is hotels, and on that we need to call insertOne method. Now to this insertOne method, we need to pass a document, the document which we want to insert. In this document, first of all, I'm going to specify the underscore ID field. And here I'm going to assign it with, let's say, 100. You can assign any value to this underscore ID field. For example, if you want, you can also assign a string value like A101, something like that. But here I'm going to assign it with a numeric value, let's say 100. Then I want to have a name for the hotel. So for now, I'll call it as test hotel. Let's specify a price for the hotel. Let's say it's 5,000 per night. And let's specify the city. So let's say city is Goa. Here you will notice that here I'm specifying this underscore ID field explicitly. So in this case, when a new document will be inserted in this hotels collection, there this underscore ID field will be assigned with this value 100. So if I go ahead and if I press enter, that document has been inserted and you will see that the inserted ID is 100. Now, if I go ahead and if I query the hotels collection, now we should have two documents. And in the second document, you will see that underscore ID is 100. Now, if I try to insert a new document in this hotels collection with the same underscore ID value, let's say I want to call this hotel as test hotel 2 and price is going to be maybe 3000 and city, let's keep it as Goa. If I try to insert this new document with the same underscore ID value, we will get an error and it says duplicate key error. Basically, in this hotels collection, we already have a document with underscore ID value as 100. So we cannot insert a new document with the same underscore ID value because the underscore ID field should be unique for each document in a collection. And that's why we have this error. Also, if I don't specify this underscore ID field explicitly, in that case, the underscore ID field will be generated by MongoDB server and it will be assigned with an object ID. Here, let me change it to Jaipur. And if I go ahead and if I press enter, that document has been inserted And you see the inserted ID is this object ID. Now let me clear the shell first, and let's go ahead and let's query the hotels collection again. So now you will see that here a new document has been inserted, and in that document this underscore ID field has been created by MongoDB server, and it has assigned it with this object ID. So remember that if you specify this underscore ID field explicitly, then MongoDB is going to use that underscore ID field with the value specified. But if you don't specify this underscore ID field explicitly, then MongoDB is going to create it for you. So each document in a collection must have this underscore ID field, and its value should be unique. Alright, so we learned how we can use insertOne method for inserting a document in a collection. Now using the insertOne method, we can insert a single document at a time in a collection. Just like insertOne method, we also have insertMany method. And using insertMany method, we can insert multiple documents at a time in a collection. Now when we use insertMany method, to that we need to pass an array, and in that array we can specify all the documents which we want to insert in the collection. And if all the documents are inserted successfully, this insertMany method is going to return us an acknowledgement with the object IDs of all the inserted documents. Let's see this in action. Let's go back to Mongo shell, and here let me clear the shell. And now again on the hotels collection, so for that I can say db.hotels dot, and on that now instead of calling insertOne, I'm going to call insertMany. And to this insertMany method, we need to pass an array. Here, since we want to insert multiple documents, we need to pass an array, and inside that array we can specify all the documents which we want to insert, separated by comma like this. Okay, so here let's say I want to create a new hotel object. Here, let me try to create a new hotel object. So here I'm going to specify a name, and for the name from the notepad, I'm going to copy this name. Let's go back to Mongo shell and let me paste that name there. Then I want to have price for that hotel. Let's say 4,500. I want to specify the city. Let's say it's in Mumbai, and I also want to specify the ratings. Let's say ratings is 4.5. In the same way, in the second document, I'm going to specify a name. So for the name again from the notepad, I'm going to copy a hotel name, Seaside Resort and Spa maybe, and let's paste it here. Then we are going to specify the price. I'm going to specify the price as 8,000. City, I'm going to say again Mumbai. Okay, and here let me also specify country, and country is going to be India. And finally, let's also create the third document. So there also I'm going to specify a name property. For the name, again, I'm going to copy the name of one of the hotels here, and let me paste it here. Then price, I'm going to specify 3,500. City, let's say Manali, and it should be a string value actually. Okay, and that's it. I don't want to have any other property for this hotel object. So here if you see, using this insertMany method, I'm specifying an array, and inside that array I'm specifying multiple documents which I want to insert in the collection. If I go ahead and if I press enter here, all these documents should be inserted at once, and in the result we can see this acknowledgement as true, and here we can also see the object IDs of the inserted documents. So here we have the inserted IDs. And now if I go ahead and if I query the collection, the hotels collection, for that on the hotels collection, I'm using this find method. And if I press enter, you will see that all those hotels are created. So these are the three hotels which we have just created. And when inserting these documents, we did not specify the underscore ID field. So that has been automatically added by the MongoDB server for each of these documents. And you will also notice that the structure of all these documents are not same. For example, for this hotel object, I have name, price, city, and country. But for this hotel object, I just have name, price, and city. So these two documents have completely different structure. And if you see this document, in here I have name, price, city, and ratings. Here I do not have any country property. So here in the same collection, two different documents can have completely different fields and different number of fields. And this is possible because a document in a collection is schemaless. Here, if I want, I can also go ahead and I can insert a document related to a product object. So for example, on the hotels collection, I can go ahead and I can use insertMany method. You can also use insertOne method here. To this, we need to pass an array. And here, I can insert a document where I can specify a name for the product. So for example, iPhone. Okay, this is not a hotel name. This is a product name. Here I can specify the price, let's say 4500, and maybe brand, let's say Apple. And if I go ahead and if I press enter, this document will also get inserted in this hotels collection. So here we need to pass a document inside this array, and inside that we need to specify the properties. Okay, and now if I go ahead and if I run this command, you will see that this document has also been inserted in the hotels collection. So here I can go ahead and I can query the hotels collection again by using the find method on it. And if I press enter, you will see that here in the hotels collection, we have inserted a document where we have product related data. So you see, since MongoDB does not enforces a schema by default on a collection, we can insert a document with any data in the collection. And that's why on a collection, we need to have some kind of schema so that only a valid document gets inserted in that collection. And we will see how we can do that in our coming lectures. All right. So if you want to insert multiple documents at a time in a collection, you can use this insertMany method. And to that insertMany method, you need to pass an array. And inside that array, you can specify all the documents which you want to insert. So this is all about inserting a document in a collection. For creating a document in a collection from Mongo shell, we have two methods, insertOne and insertMany. Using insertOne method, we can insert single documents at a time in a collection. And using insertMany method, we can insert multiple documents at a time in a collection. Now, in our coming lectures, we will learn about reading documents from a collection, updating document in a collection, and deleting documents from a collection. But this is all I wanted to cover in this lecture. So if you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.